So I never realized that I'm going to be here while I was in India.
Today we have the Suraj who is joining from the Canada directly, and he's currently doing the Mitacs internship in the Athabasca University, which is situated in Edmonton.
Thank you.
Yeah. So hi Suraj, welcome to our channel. So we will first look into your Mitex journey, like how you got selected and how is your experience currently with the Mitex, and we will directly go into the questions that I have received from lot of students. They still have the confusions, so we can have the discussion of those questions also. So we will start with your application process, like how easy or difficult the application process for you while applying the Mitex internship.
So the application was like it was out in the month of most probably August, and I got to know about the application by a senior and someone at the university. So right after that, I filled a form, I collected all the documents, and yeah, it happened like there are two phases in the applications. The phase one was just the eligibility criteria. I think that's not tough to get into. The second part, which is tough, is like getting the interview call, because it depends completely on the professor. It's not on the Mitex. Mitex is not going to hire you. It's a professor who is going to hire you. They're just a funding agency. So the second phase was got an interview call, interviewed with the professor, and yeah, and things happened. And after it, results came out. This was the easy process, I must say. But you have to take care of few things before you fill your applications.
Yeah, we will come back on the document preparation part, and we have to like upload the three documents. I think the one,
Mhm.
first number one is the SOP, second is the LOR,
Yeah.
and third is your CV.
Mhm.
So we will need your like tips because everyone has the different application. Because I have already provided in my videos like what are the things that you need to take care while preparing those documents. But everyone has the different application because there is not a single path to get selected.
Yeah.
So what are the things that you think that highlighted in your application that will helpful in getting selected in this internship?
So something which highlighted my profile was I already had a experience, which I already mentioned on my LinkedIn profile. Like I worked as a part-time developer or like a research intern, you can say, at a startup, and which was based in Montreal. So it was something which kind of gave me a boost and in my profile. And second thing was the LWAR which I took, which was I asked the professor to write it specific to me. Don't just write any generic LWAR, which is going to get absolute reject. So yeah, and anything apart from that, what helped me was I uploaded my CV, which was much more detailed, I must say. People say upload a CV of one page or two page, but I don't know, I may be wrong, but I uploaded a very detailed document which took around 4 to 5 pages. like I Yeah, that's what I did. It was I added the title of the project, and just about below that I wrote about and after that I wrote a complete paragraph on what this project is and how I started and how I completed. So I wrote something detailed. I don't know, maybe it worked, but yeah, that's what I did. I
Yeah,
detailed,
yeah, yeah.
and I just got the LOR, which was quite specific, and the experience. I must say that project, and if you have any research publications with your name, it's going to be like a 50% boost in your profile.
So we will come back to each one of them. So first of all, come back to the LOR. Is there any specific tips that you wanted to provide to the applicants?
For the LOR, go and ask your professor straight, and tell him you want to get a LOR, and yeah, ask for LOR. After that, tell him that to write the LOR specific to you, and to mention every achievement which you have done during college. Be it like how you started in first year, you were scoring very low marks, and by the time you reach third year, you are scoring almost top 10% of your classes, something like that. And try to add an event which you have participated in college. Those are the stuff which shows that you are interdisciplinary person. And if you have worked with any professor under any research domain, just mention those. Something you should mention everything which you have done while you were in college, and only the achievement must be highlighted along with few failures if you can. If you have a journey from failure to success, that's what a professor looks like. Professor wants someone who can struggle with problems.
And second document that we consider is that like your CV.
Yeah.
What you think that what we should need to take care, how many projects that we need to fill over there? Because I would suggest them to apply in only those projects that you have already done before. You
Mhm.
might have like some experience so that there might be some keyword matching is going to
Yeah.
happen when you select the projects like that. So
Mhm.
how many projects that we need to list in our CV, and what are the tips that you wanted to provide?
For the CV, I'll say ki, go with around like the number of projects you have. It's quite better. But if you can restrict, try to restrict it with the 4 projects because it's going to fill your CV. If you don't have experience, obviously fill all the projects which you have made. But if you have experience, like highlight your experience because experience has a different value. So yeah, for the CV, I'll say like consider building a one-page CV. Like I have seen everyone doing that. I don't know how it worked, but I made a 4-page CV which was very detailed. But yeah, people go with one-page CV most probably. No one is going with 4-page CV. Maybe the professor which I applied was like he was interested in knowing a bit more in my project, so he like accepted. But yeah, there will be better chances if you are going with a CV which is made from overleaf.com in a latex language, you can say. And yeah, go with that and like try to include the keywords which you find in the application. That will be better. Like in the project, it's going to help you out a lot. If you have a like if you want to get into web development and if you are like adding skills not from web and you are applying for web, it's not going to work out. You have to find like few specific keyword which is already mentioned in the project. What I can suggest is like try to find a project first. Don't go with building your CV. Once you know where you have to go, then you can find what the tools you need. First find the project, shortlist every project whichever you want to apply, then prepare your CV according to that project, because you are not applying for a single project, you are applying for 7 at a time. So you have to be little bit like a strategic here.
And you have like mentioned that you have the 4-page CV. So in 4 pages, like you have mentioned more detail about your projects, or
Yeah, I mixed everything. Like I told you, people write like 2 lines about their experience and their projects. Like we use 3 bullet points most of the time, but instead of that, I used paragraph. Like for experience, I
okay.
wrote paragraph. For project, I wrote a paragraph. For like any what to say, any report which I made during my undergrad. It's like we have seminars and seminar too, so we need to prepare a document which we have to present. So I wrote like I presented a document in this like as a coursework, and which was quite detailed. Like I started with this and this is what the final thing was. So it took like a 4 page. But I
Correct.
know I can concise it to 1 page. I had 2 of them with me, but yeah, I finally decided to go with the 4 page.
And most of the students have the doubt, like if they don't have the internship experience before applying to this Mitex internship, what do you think, like does internship experience is necessary, and how much it contributes in the selection process,
Hmm.
and if they don't have any research paper also, and what do you think?
Yeah, I'll be clear. I don't have any research publication under my name. Like it's not required to. Like when I went to the international department in my college, and I asked them like it's a research internship, and I have never done a research.
Also in the undergraduate, no one like much expect from us like to have the research experience. And personally from my college, there is not a much research background oriented,
Yeah,
but
quite.
most of the college used to follow the same.
Like in India, if you see, apart from those top tier colleges, like all the students are kind of they are misdirected, I will say. Even though they want to get into a good company or get into good research or masters, there are opportunities out there which can give you masters options for free. There are options where you can get into job for free without spending a money. You can study everything. But the thing is like the misdirection which we have in India is really causing a lot of trouble. And once we reach final year, then we realize that we know all the stuff, we know what to do, but we can't do anymore. Yeah, misdirection is a bad thing which I must say in India. Like we should really take care of that. Like follow the person whom you really trust. And one principle which I follow, like someone I know who told me like stick to one. That's what I do. Like pick a resource, finish it, then go with a new one. Never jump between. That's going to hurt you a lot. Like I jumped between resources when I was in second year and first year second year, and it really affected me.
Yeah.
So it's better like if it's third grade resource, stick to it. If it's first grade, stick to it. Once you finish anything, you will know the next step. But if you are jumping like this is good or this is bad, you are going to waste your time between just thinking about good and bad. It's better to stick to that. And about
Yeah.
the research experience, I went to the research department like, and I asked them I don't have any experience. They straight said ki you are going to do research there. They don't expect you to be a researcher here. That's a research intern. You're not a researcher. So this thing something cleared me. Like I got a clarity in my mind that I don't need a research paper under my name to go into this intern. So what I did was like I started highlighting because I had experience. My friend who is also a Matics intern who is in Carleton University, he did not have any experience. He highlighted all his projects which he made. He was into AR and VR stuff, and yeah, he highlighted everything whatever he made from the start, and it's a trade-off, I must say. If you have experience, it's good. If even if you don't, it's good. Like you have to present yourself in such a way that the professor will get interested in knowing that he must get interested in you, that you will do work with him, because it's a direct connection to the professor. You're not going to work with a company or something that you are going to get a task. You are going to work with a human which is going to think in a different way most of the time. So it's more about convincing the professor using your CV, that I must say.
Like some suggestion regarding the SOP preparation.
Please.
In brief, if you wanted to talk about.
Yeah, sure. SOP is like a document which we use to write our purpose, or something like what we are going to do while we are in internship, or why you should get intern. So it's a sum up document, like you can say, and where you write your vision and why, something like that. So yeah, go with starting like a, it's simple as that: introduction about yourself, then what you have done, and at the conclusion what you are going to get from the intern. We are always true that we are going to get something from an intern. So I talked with a guy who was from MIT, like a alumni from my college, and he told me one thing: be clear with the university, know that you are going to get something, but try to mention something that university will get from you. Like it should
Correct.
be that beneficial, then you are going to get accepted. I just asked him straight, what is the way to get into MIT? Like I straight asked him, what's the difference that he was from my college. I must say it's a tier 3 college, and he went to MIT for his like MBA program. So I asked him straight, like, how you went to MIT and what helped you. He just said, like, try to answer this question. Once you get the answer for this, like when you both are getting benefits, you'll get into the college. So that's something like try to mention something which is going to help the professor a lot. I must say, I have written a very detailed document about SOP. I'll give you the Medium link, and you can go and read there
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
want.
I will attach in the description so that applicants can check that. And still, like we need to prepare our SOP in 100 words. So I would
That's
suggest like we need to like refine it and try to like recheck. So this would be helpful also.
Yeah, it's like every sentence must have something, because you have to finish it in 100 words. So first sentence you introduce something, some tech or something what your interest. Second sentence must tell you like what you want, and third sentence what you have done, something like that. So every sentence which you are writing have to have a value before you proceed with the application.
The next thing that we are going to talk about is the main part, I think, which is the project selections. I would say like it will take time in order to get select projects according to your requirements and what it feels suitable for you, because you need to have like some work, and in order to like you also need to provide some evidence to the professors that I have worked in this projects, and this is how like the selection will going to happen, and
Yeah.
this will matter a lot. Any suggestion for the project selection, that how a person need to select the project and all?
Yeah. For the project, is like go with the filter option. Try to find project under your domain. Use filter option as much as you can, and pick the projects which you are really interested in. Pick a project which you are into currently. Like if it's web, try to find the project with HTML, Ajax, all those tags. You are not going to find something on under the name as a web development, mobile development. They mention skills which is required. They don't mention the domain, so it's quite tough to find the project. And we have to restrict to 7 projects. That's all. And picking the right 7 projects is something which can help you to get interview. If you are picking 7 bad projects, it's not, even if you get qualified the first round, you are going to get no interview call. Pick the right project. That's important. Like find a prof. And what I did was like for the web development there were like more than 14 projects, and I restricted myself to 14. And right after getting into 14 projects, I fixed everything under 14, and from 14 I just picked 7 projects, which was random. Like I can just think like I don't think on any decisions much. So I just picked like 7 random projects from that 14 bucket, and I proceeded with that. And at the end, you get a time like once you are getting selected, or once the interview starts, you can re-rank your project. So if you are not getting interview call, like in between one, even if you are inside the second phase, just go and re-rank your project, like rank the fifth project to first, or fourth project third, so that the professor can see like you are interested in that.
So yeah, after like submitting the application, you might have like got the interview calls, but I have seen like the multiple students who did not get the interview call and they got the final selection.
Yeah, there are like chances you can get in direct, like because the interview process completely depends on the professor, not on
Yeah, yeah, correct.
Mitacs. So
So
it's
how
completely.
many calls did you get, and how's your experience with the interview, and how is he, and or difficult is the interview for you, and what you wanted to suggest they need to prepare for the interview, and is there anything that a person need to prepare for this interview, or
Yeah,
what you
interview was like for mine, the interview, like I got two interviews, and in my case, like both the interviews were video calls, like a video interview. And for few of my friend whom I know, few of them they did not get any interview. Few of them they got to write a second SOP. Few of them they got a take home project, like make it, and then we'll see. It depends completely on the professor, I must say. And what I can say, if you are going to get a video interview, because that's what I did, just go to Google, enter professor name, watch his, like see his, what his research is, and try to know more about him. And what I did was, like I googled on, like I YouTube, I go to YouTube and search the professor name, saw his project, saw his talk, saw him talking about a project, and I got a complete idea about the project. And during the interview, like we discussed about the project. And that's what, like if you do your prior research before the interview, it's going to help you a lot, because professor will get to know that you already are, like you have already done your part. After the interview, he just said, like let's see if you get selected or not. And he said, like I have to interview like 30 plus people for this project. The project
yeah
which I got interview for was like a second rank and fourth rank project, second or third maybe. So after the interview, I just shifted everything to first. Like the more I liked the professor, that professor goes to one and second. And which
okay
for which I did not got interview, I just shifted them to the last. Like we had an option to re-rank the project.
wanted to know in detail like how this re-ranking will going to affect our selection and how we need to rank our projects and all.
Yeah, I'll say ki before getting the interview call, like you can't decide which project to rank. Once you get the interview call, based on the experience of the interview, you have to choose which one you want to rank, one or two. Like yeah, after the interview, you get to know, like this interview went well, and you can rank that project.
Like after getting to know like you were selected and you have like the passport ready in your hand, or you have started working on the passport after getting the final call from the Mitex, how does the process goes for you?
Yeah, my passport was ready. Like I wanted to go abroad right after my class 12, but the finances are like quite huge. I did not realize that we need money to study abroad. I just like saw YouTube videos, and it was like you can study in Australia for free, you can study in Canada for free. And I was like, if it's free, why not? Then I like
And it's a wonderful experience, like we don't have to spend even a single penny from our pocket, and we are getting the international exposure as well.
so right after 12, like I was like, कि जाना है तो जाना है. So like I decided I'll go to any country, and I talked with few counselors, and they straight called me and asked me like 50,000. I'm like, अच्छा पैसे चाहिए. Then I was like, no options left. I did not get my passport during class 12. I already had my passport. Right after passport, like right after the Mitex thing, like I had my passport. We went to the visa process and got the visa, and after it, like booked the flight tickets, and we are here. It was simple, I'll say. Like it's not complicated the way we think.
Yeah, and also wanted to know like the total funding that you got. I think it was like around 8,000 Canadian dollars in 2019.
Yeah, it's approx 8 this time too. Like they did not increase
Okay.
since the, I don't think so anything changed. But
And I think it is more than enough because I also like got saved around 2,000 Canadian dollars.
yeah, you saved less. There are people who are saving like 4,000 here. Quite good. Like if you are saving money, you can use that for your master's application. Master's application are quite expensive. And right after here, once you go back, and if you have like 2,000 Canadian dollar with you, you can apply to like 6 to 7 universities. It's quite a good decision to like save for your next step. Like if you don't have, and if you have, like use that money to experience Canada. And I think Canada is like the amount of money which we get. It's kind of, you can experience a lot of stuff with that money, and even after that, you can save a lot.
And I think during the internship you also get the chance to attend some events. So did you get chance to attend any event currently till now?
Like I started late. People started in April, so I missed most of the events. But I know people who went to few events, and it was paid.
And after like Mitex internship, are you planning to come back, because Mitex also support for the master's student, and it's a very good choice for us as well, like to do the masters, and we are also getting the scholarship.
Yeah, Mitacs provide you with like 15,000 Canadian dollar scholarship, which I must say is like good enough money to for like 15,000 CAD, right? Which is like you can spend that money to for your living if you want. You can spend your money like for your fee or something. But yeah, it's a good amount for a year. I can say it's like 1 year of expense of your stay, or be it your fee, something like that. I am like deciding to come back, but I'm getting confused because it's a tough decision. You're I say I may come back because the opportunity which we have here, the earning potential, so huge that you are earning here for 3 years and you can save money for like next 2 years.
Correct.
So like, come here, earn, and if you want to settle, it's up to you. But I personally like I may come back. It's not decided.
So I have like last few questions that the students have asked me. So first of all, like how is your internship experience till now? Is Mitex experience what, or if you like prefer to choose any industrial internship over the Mitex, or how does it goes for you?
My tax intern is like at a complete different thing from industrial, I'll say. In industry, you work with people in corporate, and that's going to be something I have not done any industrial intern yet, and I want to experience that part. For the research intern, my tax is like it gives you a nice option to explore plus see a new different culture. So if you want who are more interested in like traveling or experiencing new stuff, this is going to like be the best part of your life. Like you will remember these days once you go back, because you are earning a lot of money, and with that money you can really buy anything you want. You can travel anywhere and you don't feel like a burden on you. So it's quite a good experience, I'll say. It's really worth.
And is there any like suggestion what you wanted to talk about?
Like even if you don't have project, even if you don't have experience, uh, try to like give your best version in the SOP, because SOP is a document which is really going to decide a lot on your application. And having a project is like, there are people who are sending me like messages on LinkedIn like, I don't have any project, I don't have any experience. Then I'll say, you wasted the time. I'll say you should have like tried early. I know the misdirection which happens, it's not your fault. Don't like judge yourself on this. But I'll say ki start working now. You like, this is third year and you have 1 year of time. Even if you spend this next 1 year, it's going to change a lot of stuff. It's okay, like it's okay to be last. Like I started really late, and like I messed up in my complete life. Like I was a guy in class 12 who like who was miserable. So yeah, it's always possible, I'll say. Like I know it's being late is okay, but yeah, don't quit without fighting. It's going to help you. And if you are late, it's always like you had a chance and you will get more chances. I see life in such a way that once you are prepared, then opportunity comes. If you are not, it will not going to show you up. So I never realized that I'm going to be here while I was in India. I was just clear like in class 12 that I want to go abroad. I already said like when he said 50,000 chahiye, I just quit the call. Then I started working like do your own homework. It's going to help you a lot.
Yeah.
Instead of like trying to find everything from someone.
And even if you like don't get selected in this internship, then there are many other internships which you could apply, and there are many other foreign internships that you could apply. Is there any other internship that is coming currently in your top of your mind
Yeah,
which you
there are.
think that these are good to apply? Or
NTU Singapore, and like there are many intern which are going around like DAAD, which is like a, I have not applied to that, but yeah, that's an intern which hires internationally. There are many options if you want,
yeah.
and if you want to get into research, I'll attach one more link which I have found like after coming here, but it's a goal, I'll say, to get into graduate school or get a research intern anywhere across the globe. So it's a complete nice, well written document by a professor who has written his experience while hiring research interns. So this will help you. It's okay if you are not into Mitex, there are chances to get a fully funded research intern even without Mitex, because funding is with professor most of the time in abroad. The document which I found after coming here was like, because I was trying to find something in my next step in my career, and once I found it, I was like, what? This is crazy. Like this is a complete, like if someone from second year starts like founds this document early in his life, he is going to change his complete life, like trajectory, I'll say, because he will find a clarity which he have to go with the application. It's different. Like once you get the clarity, and that's something which we miss most of the time, the clarity and the direction.
So this is the only internship that you applied in third year, any backup plan?
No, I never had a back. Clear that I want to go for master. I was
No
clear.
backup plan for this internship, like if you don't get the chance.
No, I did not had any backup because I was working as a part-time engineer, and like it was okay to like for my pocket money. And yeah, I was like, this is going on good, and I wanted to continue with them right after like graduation if I have to, if I don't get like master's or something. That's what I decided till then.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
did not had any like a backup plan to go for any company or something. And even today, like I'll say I dropped my place. Like
Let's try to like end this video. And the final question is that you might have like seen some of the places in the Canada, like the Niagara Falls and all, right? You already have visited or going to
uh,
visit soon?
yet to like I just started. I'm just like staying here right now. After 2 months, I'll travel everywhere. But I'm exploring the place which is nearby in Edmonton.
You also have got the mentor assigned, right?
Yeah, I have. I met him.
Yeah, wonderful. So yeah, let's end this video. And this was a like very insightful
discussion.
hope everyone could got something in order to apply for this internship. And I have taken like most of the questions which the students have sent me till now, and hope their doubts got cleared, like what is necessary in order to apply for this. And yeah, that's all. Let's end this video.
Thank you.
So hope this discussion will be useful to you as well in order to apply for this internship. Suraj has also provided some of the useful resources for your reference, so you can check it out, these resources which I'm going to provide in the description of this video, and subscribe to this channel as well. Till then, bye bye.